Good evening, everybody, and warm welcome to the AIG Pro Series on board Deltin Royale, powered by the 52. We're going to have an introduction to the AIGF Pro Series and the skill charters by Mr. Roland Landers, who's the CEO of AIGF, followed by an introduction to the 5 pillars for successful poker players. We're going to have Nikita Luther and Kunal Patni shed some light on game theory. We're going to have Aditya Agarwal talk about mind coaching. We're going to have Sudhir Kamath talk about physical fitness, and we're going to have Mr. Madhav Gupta talk about bankroll management.
We wanted to bring about good governance, responsible gaming, how players can be protected and things like that, financial integrity, and using different wallets for player deposits, and also not communicating to under 18-year-olds, and doing the good things, because there is no formal governance, so we need to do self-regulation methods. And that's really the essence of what we did. And this is like a step ahead. So this AIGF Pro Series really, getting the media to get a first-hand experience on why poker, is a game of skill.
Let's say if you're doing a coin toss, okay? All of us know that 50% of the time you'll get heads and 50% of the time you'll get tails. That's the simple probability over there. But if you toss the coin 10 times, you might get 8 times you might get heads and 2 times tails. But if you do the same coin toss 1,000 times, you will see it going closer to 50. And if you do it like 10 million times, it would be 50% each. So similarly, in a poker hand, each hand already has defined probability. So when you're playing poker, one of the basic skills that you need to have is your ability to understand maths and the numbers and the probability. I have to just tell about Adi. So Adi is probably today the best poker player in India by far, and he's actually called the godfather of poker in India. So you couldn't have asked for a better person today to talk about poker as a game of skills than Adi.
I can tell you, like, skill is a bigger part of the game than luck is, but there is a factor of luck, and that's what makes poker like very interesting. When you go and play chess, you're never going to beat a person who's better than you, are you? You're always going to lose. But when you play poker, you can play against the best person in the world and win. The best hand is not always going to win, but it's going to win in the long run. You have to understand volume. Like, if you go and play just once, it's going to be completely luck. If you go play 1,000 times, your skill is going to prevail over luck. So putting in volume, keep playing, that is also an important part.
But that is the whole point, that you develop the skill. The same way you practice hours to become a professional athlete in basketball or cricket or whatever. To give you a silly example, if you go to climb Mount Everest with no gear and no training, you are gambling with your life, right? But when you go with adequate training and when you go prepared and you've done everything that is required to do, then you're not. So it's like that. So you just have to develop the skill and not gamble with it.
Stockbrokers, it's the same with commodity traders. If you're going to be putting in 20-30% of your net worth into any particular game or any particular hand, you're going to make decisions that are driven by money and not the skill. So our idea with these Pro Series as well is also to push ahead that there is skill in this. And how is the skill, what are the factors, what is the work that's got to be done, and how do you ensure that you always stay in the game to hit the million hands for the skill to come through.
Somebody had recently pointed out that if you look at sort of winning ratios, the top 10 players in the world right now, all of them spend a lot of time at the gym in addition to actually spending time at the poker tables. Because all of them have understood that to play continuously at a high enough level, you need to be dedicating at least like an hour or 2 every day to physical fitness, yoga, meditation, relaxation, keeping yourself sharp. There was a very interesting quote from Vishwanathan Anand, who is also now representing a poker company or endorsing a poker company, which also made the same point that when he was playing chess at the highest level, he used to spend at least a couple of hours every day just on fitness. And I think that's the same now for most top poker players as well, because they understand that this is a long-term game. There's a lot of variance as you play. And if you want to maintain a continuously high level, you have to be physically fit.